So I guess we live in a truck camper now.
Wait, what? It all began a few weeks ago in Portland, Oregon. After another breakdown in the bus, a canceled flight, and a rush to get back to California for a wedding and my mom's birthday, Tara and I hit the road, spent more money than we care to admit on gas, and finally made it back to the Bay Area. While I was home, we made some major developments on the bus front. I had been feeling anxious and stressed about the state of the mechanics on my bus for many weeks, if not months at this point, and so something told me I needed to start looking for something different. Enter four-wheel campers. Manufactured in Woodland, California, just a few short miles from where I went to college, Four Wheel Campers is known for their high-quality build pop-up campers. Earlier this week, I was able to visit the shop where the magic happens and get a sneak peek at what my camper experience might be like. It was easy to see the high-quality builds are going into play, and I knew that Tara and I were going to have an epic adventure over the next few weeks as we tried out a four-wheel camper of our own.
A few weeks have passed since I last sat down and just spoke to the camera. Over the past month, I posted my Colorado Trail series, which was well timed as Tara and I went through a major life transition. If you guys have been around for a little while, you know that back in April of 2022, earlier this year, I purchased a short school bus to convert and live in full-time with my dog, Tara. The bus was our second go-around. The build was exactly what I needed. The interior fit Tara and I perfectly. It was like a little apartment on wheels, and I absolutely loved it. Until I didn't. The build, like I said, was great for us, but the bus, not so much. Now, I know what you're gonna say. I need to get over it. Maintenance is part of a house. I understand all of those things, but from my perspective, I spent $9,000 on a vehicle and then I put over $18,000 into it just in mechanical repairs, not to mention the money I spent on hotels, getting a U-Haul and living out of a U-Haul, renting cars and driving across state lines just to stay with family for a little bit, to float us while our house was in the shop. And after that happened 4 or 5 times, I got pretty tired of it. Not only were my finances waning, but I was getting pretty exhausted of being on the road, not in our home, in different vehicles. It felt like every week, constantly worried and anxious about the next breakdown. And so, as you can probably guess, now that we're in this truck camper, I did sell the bus. Carmen, the new owner of my bus, has a beautiful German Shepherd, Raina, who is great buddies with Tara, and I'm so excited to see their adventures on the road in the bus now that the mechanical stuff has all been taken care of. Which brings me to my next point and a question a lot of you have been asking. Why didn't I just keep it? If I've done all this work to it, everything has a warranty, why not just keep the bus? Why give it to somebody else? And the answer to that is anxiety. And honestly, a bit of Murphy's Law. When everything is finished, everything is fixed, as every mechanic told me every single time I picked it up, something else would still go wrong. I would still lose more money, I would still spend more times in hotels, and it just felt like this never-ending cycle. And so instead of continuing to push it and force it in a vehicle that honestly its capabilities didn't fit our lifestyle very well anyways, I decided it was time to say goodbye. But all of that said, the bus is now with its new owner, who we're actually still camping with, so that's kind of funky to still be around the bus even though we're not living in it. And we are now calling this little 4-wheel camper home. I'm extremely grateful to be working with 4-wheel campers during this transitory period of our life. This rig is not our full-term, long-term home, but it will be our home until at least the end of the month when we're able to hopefully find and purchase a new rig that will be our long-term rig. I feel like I say that every time, but I really mean it. I did not get on the road to constantly be rig hopping, breaking down, and buying something new. I would love to get back out there and to really live the life that I started this all for. A life of adventure, of travel, and giving Tara the best life that I possibly can. So I'm sure you guys are gonna have questions about this whole transition, and obviously I can't answer them live here. So if you have any questions, concerns, which many of you seem to have, about my bus sale or about this new setup, drop a comment down below and I'll try to get to all of them. While you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and take you guys around for a tour, because this rig is pretty freaking sweet. Alright, so I hope that you guys enjoyed taking a look around. Tara and I are adjusting well, finally, to this place. She was a little bit scared about getting in and out of the back at first because she's not a big fan of heights, but it's going much better. The space is very clean, very minimal, and has really allowed me some time to think, free of clutter, free of more distractions. Now, you won't be surprised to learn that this is not our permanent rig, and while I'm not trying to gatekeep a secret from you all, we truly don't know exactly what is coming, and so don't be surprised in a couple of weeks when we're in something new inevitably. The goal was never to keep rig hopping. The goal is to travel, experience new things, build community, and give Tara the best life that I possibly can. And so right now I'm in the process of determining all of the qualities that will make a rig perfect for me. There is no perfect rig, but as close as we can get so that way we can be in our next vehicle for the long haul. I feel like I've said that before, but the big difference here is I'm realizing in the past I've chosen a rig based on one quality, and now I'm choosing a rig based on our lifestyle and our needs, which probably sounds a little weird, but what that's going to do is allow us to get to the places that we want to get to focus on the important things, and to prioritize our life over a vehicle. The goal for me was never to be a van life tour channel or a build channel necessarily, but to live our lives to the best of our abilities and to enjoy it while we're at it. I know things have been a little bit crazy, but I'm just really grateful to have this space as a transitionary home while we figure out exactly what's next. So you'll hear about them much more in coming weeks, but I just want to give a huge shout out to 4Wheel Campers for allowing us to take this time and to experience the truck camper life, which we're loving so far, and help us make our decision about what comes next. If you guys are curious about more day-to-day, everyday updates, make sure to check out my Instagram in the description down below, as I post on my stories nearly every day and reels most days of the week. It's a great way to get to know us a little bit better, to see what we're doing in almost real time, and to keep up to date with our lives in between videos. And just in case you missed it over the past few weeks, I did recently also launch a Patreon, so if you guys want exclusive access to new content that I'm not posting here or on Instagram, like a podcast, blog, photos of me and Tara and our adventures, and up-to-date updates about all these new changes that are coming, make sure to head over to my Patreon link, just patreon.com/AlexLivesWell, to become a member today. Thank you guys so much for being here and for continuing to come on this adventure with us. It's been wild. It's gonna be wild for a little bit longer, but I'm really excited about what the future holds, and I'm crossing my fingers that we get a rig that is not quite as troublesome as the bus was. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next Sunday.